What's up? Sean Puffy Combs goes by the name of Diddy. He sat there, literally sat there, and told the world a flat out lie. That's all it was. It was a lie, people. It was a lie. It was an outrageous lie. A lie that never should have seen the light of day. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button coming through the door so that they can know that you really like the video. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button so that you could be involved. Now, we got to discuss this, people. We got to discuss this right. Saying he knows we don't watch A&E. Nobody watches A&E until it's time to watch A&E. For the first little series they did with Big, I don't like when they do all these shows trying to make, we just trying to capitalize. I already told people this was going to happen. And I'll be damned if they didn't prove me right, as they always do. Now, listening to them tell the story, and when they get around to why Big was in Cali, everything else, it's never the truth. It's always some bubblegum nonsense when it comes down to, is this the truth? Isn't the truth? Like we used to hang out all the time. We missed that. So he suggested that we go to the party. I knew that was a lie the moment it came out of his mouth. There is no way, shape, or form. Oh yeah, they finna stop it now. There's no way, shape, or form Biggie told Diddy he wanted to go to the party. And he wanted to go out to the club that night. There's no way that happened. There isn't a small possibility of that happening. That was so ridiculous BS propaganda garbage. And he got Little C's to co-sign on the same thing. It was Big idea. He said, we ain't hung out in a while, so, let's go to this party. It was total BS. Everybody from that night told you Big didn't even want to be there. He was getting ready to go out of town. He was supposed to be in London. He wasn't even supposed to be there. Now, yeah, he had a bad leg. So that's why he walks with a cane, because he had a bad leg because of the car accident. But the biggest question of the day, the biggest question of the day that everyone needed to be concerned about was, why would you lie? He admits that he uses the proverbial, we was so lax. We were having too much fun. We thought because we're in Beverly Hills and we at Quincy Jones' party You know, this big party with Quincy Jones is throwing, that, nothing would happen out in Beverly Hills. We was wrong. We made mistakes. Who is we? You mean you? You made a mistake that night. See, that's the part that irritates me. That's the part that irritates me. And it bothers me because I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And the reason I don't like it is because you're dog-faced lying and not taking responsibility yet again. I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't sit there and say Biggie wanted to go to the party and make Little C say it too. C's will do anything for a bag. We know that. Because that's been his whole legacy. Is follow behind somebody with a bag. So you can get Little C's to do and say anything. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. So people can know you here. They're not gonna push this video. I can tell you that right now. But he did not tell the truth. There's no way. I've heard from people who were there. So there's no way Big wanted to go to that party. And for him to sit there and put the onus on Big, who ain't here no more, knowing damn well it was his idea pushing to go to that party, shows you how low down and disgusting. I was very disgusted in Diddy to see him sit there and tell that damn lie. That disgusted me to hear him do that. Why do that to that man who ain't here to defend himself? Because he'll be like, the hell? I know he probably in heaven right now watching that like, the hell I did. C's, I know C's gonna rep for me. C's, tell him. And he said, that's how you know C's was lying. C said word for word what Diddy wanted him to say. No, Big didn't want to go to that party. Because I talked to people who were there. The people who were there that wasn't on the A&E special. And you know why they weren't on the A&E special? Because they weren't agree with this bubblegum thing that took place. Now I'm going to have to watch Gene's video, and I know Gene finna say probably the same thing I said. He probably already done said it. Because he was right there. There was a lot of lies told in that whole special. That was like a made-for-TV special. It was baffling. Because I'm sitting there trying to figure out, why are they doing this? That's what's going through my head. Because I'm just not understanding it. I'm like, why would they do that? I'm trying to figure it out in my head. Like, what could be the reason? Like, Big ain't here right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't here to defend himself. So if Big ain't here to defend himself, why would you even sure? I can tell you 100% Gene gonna say it's a lie. They knocked everybody off my live. They used the opportunity to knock everybody off my live stream. Why would they do that, you might ask? It's like, why would they do that? What would be the purpose to knock everybody off Cino's live stream right now? Because you know Diddy's probably waking up like, cut that stream off right now. They want everybody to think I'm offline. That's what I'm saying. Hit the like button now. I just watched the whole 2-hour A&E. And I couldn't believe, because normally I try to stay away from these documentary things. I just couldn't believe when it got to that part, they would lie like that. All because of ego. Diddy's ego cannot make him look like he got egg on his face and say he made a wrong decision. It's all this we stuff. We. What was we? It was you. You made the decision. You made the call. You made the call, Diddy. It was your decision. You dropped the ball that night. You didn't do what was right for all your artists. I mean, you put everyone's, because you know, like I know, from people that was there, who told me they weren't done. They ain't just want one. It was more coming. And he knew that. Diddy got out of town. He didn't meet Miss Wallace at the airport. Diddy was gone that night. Diddy pulled out, he got out of town quick. Diddy got out of Dodge quick. Diddy went to Las Vegas and got out of town. I don't know it was San Diego. I think it was Vegas. Either they drove to Las Vegas or they drove to San Diego and took off. But I think from what I was told, it was Vegas. So I don't know. It could have been Clive and Andre Harrell help get them out of town. There's no way Biggie said, I want to go to this party. Let's go out to this. No, Puff demanded it. It was Puff's idea. There's no doubts about it. Good, they fixing the power lines. I mean, my thing is take onus of it, dog. Don't sit there and say, you know, we underestimated. Who is we? The only person there was you. You was making the decisions. You was calling the shots. You had an opportunity to bring some second level security there. You had other artists there who didn't show up to the museum. They didn't go. No matter how much you pushed for them to go, they didn't go. They stayed in a hotel room because they didn't feel it was safe. They didn't feel it was safe. Diddy didn't set nothing up. There wasn't no setup by Diddy. So this is no conspiracy video. There's no, Diddy didn't set nothing up. It was just him dropping the ball. That's what he did. So if you want to know what Diddy did wrong, he just thought everything is all over. You know, Suge was locked up. Nobody was going to touch him. You know, they had a bunch of screw faces up there, but they wasn't going to make a move. They stayed in the right areas. Everything was just going smooth. They going to celebrity basketball events. They doing all kind of things out there like it wasn't the way it was. And people forget Nas was there too. Nas was in Cali during the same time, everything. He didn't go to the museum party. Nas was invited, but he didn't go. No, Puff was under a false sense of security that everything was all good. Suge's locked up. He can't do nothing now, and nobody can make a move. If Suge was out, there was no way Puff would have been in Cali. And if he was in Cali, he wouldn't have been in Cali light. He'd have been in there heavy. But since Suge was locked up, he felt real comfortable doing the things he doing. But another thing you gotta ask yourself is, if somebody do something like that, and then what, 2-3 years later you move to Cali? You moved to Cali after your best man's, your best friend, your artist, after he went through the ordeal he did, you moved to Cali 3 years after that. Felt comfortable enough to move down there. No, it just showed the level of concern. The level of concern was not where it should have been. I mean, after 2 years after that, you moved down to Cali. That don't look suspicious to you? You go on a tour, like right after that, you keep the energy moving. They just work. They had no time to really mourn Big. They made a song immediately after he died, a tribute song. Immediately. That was the fastest tribute song I ever heard made. They did the We Always Love Big Papa song. That song was out so fast. I mean, I think that was probably like right after the funeral. If that. The tribute song is already out. The Lox had one and they had one. Sauce Money wrote the lyrics. And even Sauce said, man, I did feel kind of strange. He want me to write the lyrics for the song. I'm like, look, you got to tell me some things that you and him would know, He really didn't know too much because he never really hung out with Big like that. Puff never did that. They are really trying me right now. They are really trying me right now. No, right after that, they go on a tour with Mace. They do the Mace album drop. Very next year. They did all Biggie videos. More Money, More Problems. They used that as the promotion for Mace album. They dropped Mace album. They go on tour, do the Bad Boy tour, whatever. They go to all the states. They won't go near Cali. They did Anaheim, I think, is the closest they got to like Cali. They went like on the outskirts of California. That was the only way. And he was like, oh, I can't do that. And, knowing my man just passed. What are you talking about, Apex? I think Gene did his video already. Somebody said Gene said the same thing I said. And I saw that. I could not believe Diddy told that lie. That's the first time I ever heard him sit there and really lie like that on the situation. He sat there and lied and said and threw it on Big, and that's no. You don't do that. Don't forget to hit the like button, man. With everything that's going on, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to donate to the page, which is Carcino on my Cash App. If you got Cash App, Carcino's the name. Carceno. Now I'm gonna tell you where it got a little even more funky. After the tour, after saying that he didn't want to go, back to Cali, he just lost the life of his friend, it's too soon. Diddy moves to California. The very next year, they're in the Source Awards in California. All the New York artists out in Cali now. You feel me? All the New York artists are in Cali. Diddy moves out there. Now, your man just passed out there in a very violent manner, and you feel comfortable now to be in Cali. Why was that? I mean, I know why, but that needed to be addressed. And those are the type of questions that wasn't being asked. No, it wasn't that. The situation was this. All the people who would have been against what was happening in the A&E special, who would have said something different, they weren't invited. Because other people who was there that are not Gene, that's not Gene Deal, some other people who were there, they ain't got them on the A&E special either. So that's telling you something. This was a Puffy production, a Bad Boy Puffy production. You got his main homeboy, Lil C, sat there and lied and went right along with his video. I can't wait to go and watch Gene's video after this. I'm going to watch Gene Deal's video right after this because I want to hear what he said. I'm just not watching it, so I'm late to the party. Me, I try to avoid all those, and I don't know why it was on yesterday, and it was just like, they got the whole thing here. It's 2 hours. I was like, I think I was cleaning up or something. I was like, let me play it. And I played it, and I liked the beginning. I liked everything that was going on in the beginning and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. This pretty, it's dope. I like it. Like what they doing. And then it happened. They got right to that moment with Big, and then here come this incredible dumb lie that Big wanted to go to the party. First, he lied and said we made a mistake, and I'm like, we made a mistake. We made a mistake, and I'm like, we is you. You the one in charge. What you mean? We made a mistake. You was responsible for everybody's security. If Suge Knight go to Cali and he take Pac to New York, if Suge bring Pac to New York, and he don't got enough security around Pac, and something happened to Pac, that's gonna be on Suge. 100% Suge didn't do his job. Now in LA, when Pac got hit, it became Suge Knight's fault. Because Tupac shouldn't have been in that situation where the security was laxed. The security's riding there, they're unarmed. They should have never been in that situation. But they was relaxed. They was in an environment. Suge dropped the ball that night. So Puff dropped the ball that night. And that's what he needed to say during that video and take responsibility. Then saying Big said we don't hang out enough like we used to. So I think we should, he was like, I think we should go to this party. I'm like, everything that sound like the biggest cock of BS I've ever heard in my life. In my life, I said, Big would never say nothing like that. And then Lil C's came right behind him, echoing the exact same statement that was given by Puffy. Yeah, Big said, yeah, we need to go to this party. We ain't hanging out that much, so Big said we should go to this party. Lie, 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 lie. And why would you tell the lie like that? For one reason. You're going to throw it all on a man that ain't here to defend himself no more. You're going to throw it all on him. What's up, Nicholas Kirk? I see you. Don't forget, hit the Cash App up. Carcino. That's the name on the Cash App. Oh, C's do anything for a bag. He followed his whole thing. He's always been the follower, the hanger-on. That's his whole life. C's is a hanger-on. Dude said, you might not like me, but I'm a fan. I have no idea who you are, dude. 1177, don't know you. Exactly. And now, what makes it even more crazy and because it sounds even more retarded, but what makes it sound even more like just like, what is this? Is the fact that they chose to lie in this fashion, and instead of taking onus and saying that I was trying to get us to go to this party to do this and that, and I've kind of like said, man, I kind of wish we didn't go to this party, even though the party was a good look for us. Would have been great. We coming out with this single. This is going to be great. We've been working on it. We made the video and everything. This is going to be epic. This is going to help us get back. This party going to be good. Quincy Jones and them is kind of putting it together. So this ought to be great. Nope. Nope. You dropped the ball. And you didn't take onus for dropping the ball. You threw it on Big and blamed Big. Said Big wanted to go to the party. And had C saying Big wanted to go to the party. When everybody who was there know Big did not want to go to the party. Wasn't Big's idea to go, was yours. And you couldn't do that because your ego can't take people looking at you in the light saying, man, why did you take him to the party, man? Could have just canceled. He don't want that. So now he got to throw it all on Big because Big ain't here to defend himself. Big wanted to go to that party, man. He shouldn't have wanted, man, Big should have just avoided that party. And so people who don't know no better, they finna see this and then run wild with it. So then I got to make a video saying, hey, man, that's bull. Don't you believe that? And that's why this is here. So that's how we ended up making this video. Nope, Biggie was supposed to go to London. He was not supposed to be here. Biggie he's supposed to go do some interviews and some things to do in London. He stayed extra. He's supposed to have been gone. They stayed extra for this doggone event. Puffy wanted him to stay extra late for this doggone party. Biggie was supposed to go to London. Biggie was going to have his own thing, meaning that he wanted to have his own label and be signed to his own label. And then, but it was going to be distributed through Bad Boy. He wasn't going to leave Puffy. Everybody like, he's leaving Puff. He was not leaving Puff. He just signed a new deal with Puff. One that was, he was always bragging about the deal. So he wasn't leaving Puffy. Why don't people even listen to the, I'm like, do y'all even listen to the interview? He bragged about it all on his record. I get 30 G's a show. You know, he's bragging getting 30,000 a show for 30 cities. He had a 30 city tour. He got paid 30 G's a show. Back then, that was a lot of money for rap. Rappers wasn't getting that. Rappers was not getting paid that kind of money. Biggie was finna do, he had just booked 30 cities doing 30 G's a show. He was very excited about that deal. He just signed a multi-million-dollar deal, and all of these things was all ready, lined up for Big. He was bringing in all these new artists. He was going to write for them, more producer credits. His thing was finna go through the roof. So he wasn't leaving. He was going to sign himself. He was finna bring Jay-Z over and start what they're going to call the commission. Jay was ready to leave Rockefeller alone. That's what I'm saying. Dame would have been out of there, period. He was going to have Jay, and Jay was going to be an artist in the commission and working with them. And he was going to leave the Jay-Z name behind and record as Iceberg Slim. That way he can get away from Rockefeller. He was trying to get out the Rockefeller deal back then because he saw an opportunity to make more money with Big. It's a lot of this stuff, man, that the whole public just don't know. And a lot of things change. Like a lot of people's careers changed. You know, that was just an accident what happened to him. Puffy tried to make Jay-Z the new Biggie, and he produced the next Jay-Z's next album and screwed it all up. So I decided to come here and give y'all the truth. And don't forget to subscribe to the Patreon, man. Because today y'all learned what's happening in Hollywood. You know, they trying to get a lawsuit going together. Y'all need to check that out. I told y'all the truth, what happened with Bernie Mac. How Bernie Mac lost millions. And they just took the idea and everything from Bernie and make you really look at what really happened to Bernie. So y'all definitely need to check that out. I dropped that on his anniversary. Did that for Bernie. No, they weren't all Big's records, man. You can't. The thing I've learned about this game is you can't trust everything that you hear in the industry. You just can't. Everybody's lying for whatever moment they need to lie for. Yeah, they don't like the truth. It's a terrible situation, but Diddy flat out lied and did not take onus to what he should have. And I don't know why he did. Well, we know why. His ego. His ego will not let him take responsibility for dropping the ball. So hopefully all y'all new people subscribe. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all be safe out there.